Heyo.
Hey, PatchCast.
I'm
back.
Episode 3.
Episode
Rheal's
3. Look
back.
Rheal is back.
You made it.
Back again.
I made it.
Rheal, where'd you go?
I went to Dublin.
What'd you do there?
Sat on a couch, drank some beer.
What couch? Just obscure couches around Dublin?
Yeah, I found a couch. I stayed on it. Stayed
Nice.
with my family.
But you happened to get back in time for the For Honor beta, though, right?
Yes.
So everyone's played it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go one by one. Let's get impressions.
Did we never play together?
No, we
You and
didn't.
I?
Did you play on PC, Mike?
I played on PC, yeah, but I played Thursday night. That was the only time I could play.
Oh, true. Oh, yeah, I remember because I spent like 4 hours downloading it and then I fell asleep.
Yeah.
Took a lot longer than I anticipated.
Wait, was that the impression of the game, or?
Yeah, actually, I downloaded it, fell asleep, and then it was Sunday night, and I don't know where all the time went. The beta was over.
That was it.
It was
Dunzo.
okay.
2 out of 10.
Would download again. How big do you think the actual game is? Because I felt like
I feel like that was the
whole
whole game client.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
I like
20
how
gigs.
you load in, it's like this does not reflect the final game, but it comes out in 2 days.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that was hilarious.
Well, I guess they have a right to say it. It is.
Yeah, dude. They're calling everybody in early Monday. They're like, here's the feedback we got. Recall all the discs.
We got another 2 months.
We're going in.
That's the weird thing about day one patches, man, is that you can have the discs out there and then you can just keep working on it.
I know. Did you see my tweet about Neo? There was a day one patch, but it was like 18 megabytes, and all it was like it fixed a bug. I was like, this is amazing.
That's what you want.
Yeah,
So it's
finally
like
you get to play what's on the disc.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game got good reviews and it sold a lot of copies, so I guess they did it right.
Yeah, everybody's praising that game like crazy.
I just wish I could get into more hardcore. Like I was watching people play on YouTube, and I wish I could get into more hardcore games like that. That would have been my dream game like 10 years ago. I was huge into samurais in high school. I used to doodle them.
You used to doodle samurais? That sounds pretty skillful. That's not an easy thing to draw.
No,
Yeah, their armor is intense.
I watched The Last Samurai when I was 13 with Tom Cruise.
Excellent choice.
Yeah. I saw it in theaters with my dad.
Very authentic,
Became obsessed.
Tom Cruise as a samurai.
But as I've gotten
It
older,
only makes sense.
my samurai obsession has kind of faded. Plus,
What
my
about your love for Tom
real
Cruise?
gaming sessions in those Soul-style games I don't think I could handle Neo.
Samurai games maintain a difficulty that's unconquerable by the modern gamer.
Yeah.
Man, that shit's been hard since regular Nintendo.
Yeah, pretty much.
The roots. I know,
Anyway,
right?
Rheal, what do you think of For Honor?
I had fun.
Game comes out tomorrow as of this
I
recording.
had fun.
I had fun, but I don't think it's a buy. I think.
Really? I felt like you were getting it.
I was real.
Can somebody here buy it recently?
I mean, I had to bring this just to
Let me just get real close. Somebody get it?
What is this? You gotta
One
speak so I can
cent.
see it.
How much did you pay?
This is so
Was it
hard.
free?
Yeah, it was free.
You're failing hard. What?
It was free. I bought it. It was free.
Hold on. What did you trade?
Bravely Default and Fire Emblem.
Dude,
That sounds
what?
worth it.
That is negative worth it.
No, I agree entirely in his decision there.
I played them both, and I played them to their extent, and I don't know. My 3DS games, the only ones I want to keep are the Zelda ones. I don't like,
Man,
and Monster Hunter. The rest, I don't even care.
Yeah. If
Fire
you
Emblem-
traded your Monster Hunter, I don't even know who you are anymore.
Oh, dude.
I
No.
don't even know. You traded your favorite game for Ubisoft?
I
How
bought
could
that.
you?
This is how much of a Monster Hunter fan I am. I bought Monster Hunter for the Wii, which
Yeah.
came with a controller.
Yeah.
And then I bought the exact same game that came out for the Wii U, just with HD graphics.
That's the way to
Sounds
do it.
worth
That's
And
why
then I
they
bought
make
that game again on the 3DS so I could play it on the go.
Wait, it wasn't a different game? I thought it was different on 3DS.
No, well, the new one is. 4 is. But they released 3.
3?
Again.
So you have 3 copies of Monster Hunter 3? Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds like when they released that for the Switch, it solves all your problems.
Yeah. Anyway, that's sidetracking. That's a whole other series. We could do it. We could do 3 episodes on Monster Hunter.
Switch is out in 2 weeks. How hyped?
I'm way more hyped now.
On the Switch?
Yeah, on the graph it was like super high, and then it went down, and now I'm back like in the middle.
Now the train's kind of building.
I'm building. Mike and I went to see John Wick 2, and we were sitting in the theater like 45 minutes before the movie started, and we're like, yo, we could be playing Switch right now. And I wouldn't even care that we were this early. That's what they need in the ad.
Yeah, we were bored, and the arcade machines at the theater didn't even work.
All of them were broken, and I was a little afraid to touch them because it'd probably make me sick. So,
so I was like, man, some Mario Kart on our Joy-Cons would be pretty fucking sweet right now.
man, what if like 4 people behind us had them too, and then we just friggin' like
Had a party. Screw the movie.
6-person Mario Kart?
That's
before
the
John
future.
Wick, where we all splatooned in honor of Keanu Reeves.
We'll get to we're gonna come back to John Wick after For Honor.
Yeah, we keep skipping back over For
All
Honor.
right, ruin my segue. Let's go.
Josh hates For Honor so much he'd rather talk about anything else.
Talking about it. No one wants to give Ubisoft free publicity. Let's do it though.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I bought For Honor in spite of Ubisoft, not because of.
That's probably the right decision.
What?
Don't buy something because of Ubisoft.
Meaning I didn't buy it because Ubisoft made the game and I had to have the newest Ubisoft game. I bought it because I played it, the beta.
Wait, you didn't want to have the newest?
I have a friend who did. I know a guy who liked that, who I've mentioned before, who he literally funds Ubisoft. Like, if you wanted to stop Ubisoft making games, assassinate my friend.
Dude, that guy, that's not a world he wants to live in.
He has 400 hours in.
I hope that's not a call. Do not assassinate Mike's friend.
Please,
don't do it.
Please don't. He's a good guy.
We gave no info other than he's friends with Mike.
Might be enough.
That limits the pool a bit.
Infinity murder spree until they hit the right friend.
Yeah. I have a John Wick situation kind of on my hands.
What's this guy got 400 hours in?
In, what's that game? I hate
Watch Dogs?
I hate Ubisoft. No.
Ass Creed?
No. What's the online one?
For Honor.
For Honor beta?
Was
there 400 hours between the launch of the beta and the end?
There might have been between the alpha, the closed beta, and the beta.
That's true.
Oh,
I mean, I accidentally have 24 hours on my Steam.
Seriously? You just left it running or what?
Apparently. I thought I closed the game, but it was open for a whole day. So I have
got
24
solid
hours.
2.5 hours in. And
your computer's like, kill me now.
Yeah.
Please shut me down.
I've
been going all day.
I just want to rest.
I have that 1080 that's at risk of exploding.
This is why Skynet will come after us. You didn't shut me down.
I just needed to sleep.
You forced
I called
me.
for you. I was melting.
Josh, what didn't you
seriously
like?
Though, what's that game?
None of us have answered any questions.
We keep segueing out of
what's
the
that Tom Clancy one? You got it with your graphics card.
What?
You got it with your graphics card.
Siege.
Oh, Division?
Division, yes.
Man, that game got boring fast.
And he has hundreds of hours in it.
Wow.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Just from like a will standpoint.
All right, we got to start with what you like first so that I can tear it down.
Okay. Mike pre-ordered it, so he likes it the most. What did you like?
Clearly like it the most. You also love Ubisoft. Probably have a Ubi tattoo under your shirt.
Oh, man. If you asked me back when Assassin's Creed 2 and the sequels and that Ezio trilogy came out, I probably would have agreed with you.
Yeah?
It was only when I downloaded Watch Dogs illegally.
That was a deal. Well, we got that on video.
Do not advertise that. We don't condone it.
I'm gonna just X out that portion of the podcast.
I was glad I did because I played it for 15 minutes and realized it was the biggest piece of shit I've ever played.
What game was this, sorry?
Feels like
the first Watch Dogs.
Yeah, I agree. Total garbage.
Yeah, it was especially played it like 6 months after GTA 5 came out.
Yeah.
Where, of course, they have the best physics, the best open world, everything's realistic. Watch Dogs, you're driving a car and It's literally like driving a box that doesn't react to anything. It was
The only thing I
worst.
remember about that game is the 90-degree train turn. I always thought that was hilarious.
I got it for free, and it blue screened my computer within 3 minutes of launching it, so I never opened it again. And my computer never blue screened after that either, so it was
That
definitely.
sounds like a pretty quality Watch Dogs experience.
That
I got
sounds like most, not all.
Hacked right out of the box.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
if you asked me
$top.
pre-Watch Dogs, I would have said Ubisoft's pretty good. They're pretty good.
Same. I mean, most people liked the early Assassin's Creed. I remember the first two being fucking awesome, and then I was like,
they were great.
The first one was good as like the
Something's
tech
happening
demo, but then the second one like actually made it a real game.
I loved the first one, like at the time of it
Go-
coming out.
if you
Yeah, it
played
was
now, you'd-
2006, 2007 when it came
You'd
out.
throw your Xbox out the window.
Before they used every mechanic in there in all of their games.
Yeah, they basically just recycled the shit out of it. Anyway, so that point is moot, Josh.
It's a moot point.
It's a moot point. And that's, I'm gonna act like Trump if you start.
Like a cow's opinion.
I'm gonna be the Trump in this debate.
What did you like about For Honor? Go.
It was really great. I mean, it was the best it's probably
Wrong.
been in.
Wrong.
Wrong.
Wrong. Lies.
Wrong.
You're fake news, Mike.
We probably are fake news, Josh.
Hey.
Hey.
If you
I
can
mean,
help.
fake news is pretty hot right now. That brings in the dollars. I'll fake it up.
Yeah. We'll fake it up. Okay. The reason I like it.
Go.
Basically, since I was like 5 years old, I've wanted to play a game where I was a
Here we go.
knight on a
There we
battlefield.
go.
It's just really cool to be a character in a siege type
Alright.
missions, playing as a knight, Viking, samurai, whatever badass warrior exists. Basically, the three coolest faction of warriors to ever exist in history, outside of the
try-
Spartans.
But did you try Rainbow Six Siege?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's that. Good. See you guys next time.
Destroyed.
That was PatchCast episode 3.
Shut down.
Mike's calling up EB to return his pre-order.
I don't know. I just had a lot of fun in the matches, and there's not a lot competitive online multiplayer like that. There's a lot of shooters, but there's not a lot of.
There's not a lot of
third-person-
multiplayers that are fun. Is that what you're saying?
No. There's not a lot of
Melee.
There's not a lot of third-person melee focused, like multiplayer games that are competitive.
Is Chivalry first person?
First person, yeah.
All right, you got me
Super
there,
weird,
Mike.
which is
And
super
Got me
weird.
there.
But they always compare it to.
I tried to get into Chivalry because I thought I would love it. Like I
It was
watched
garbage.
before I built my PC. I was like, when I make a PC, the
Chivalry.
first game I'm downloading is Chivalry, and I did. And it's fun,
you
but
really?
it's also ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
you're like,
Isn't
you
it
do
giant
this.
Part of the fun.
You're fighting as this.
Is it like freehand wielding your sword?
Yeah.
That's kind of
Yeah.
sick.
So like your mouse is like when you move around and flash, like
You know what game doesn't have that kind of customization? For Honor.
how did I know you were gonna say that?
That one only has 3 directions.
And
They had 3 stances, which is the same as Neo, if you think about it.
That's a stance? I don't know, man.
I think with a bit of tweaking, the For Honor system could work a lot better.
Yeah, I think
Tweaking in what sense?
It was like it was just clunky. Like it was too slow. Even when I cranked up the sensitivity, if I like, it might have been just because I was playing with a mouse and keyboard.
Wait,
But-
what sensitivity was slow?
The reacting to the 3 directions.
There's a sensitivity for that?
Yeah, you can crank it. You start at like 5 and it goes up to 25. You can.
So what, the higher you have it, the quicker it'll switch?
Yeah, but also the more sensitive it
seems
is
weird.
to switch off of the stance.
Oh.
So like you try to hold it, but because the sensitivity is so high, any slight movement will crank it back to the center.
yeah,
or
well you
to
don't play
another
with mouse and
stance.
keyboard.
I mean, if you're playing with the controller, that's not even an issue.
Yeah, well I didn't do that.
Mouse and, yeah, that's the thing. I tried it first with mouse and keyboard, hated it, switched to controller, hated it slightly less. Still wasn't about it.
And that's fair. That's fair. But I thought it was
Did you
really
like
fun.
the controls?
Yeah, I did.
I thought they were so strange. They're those most awkward controls.
I thought
Yeah.
they were good for mouse and keyboard besides that one issue. Everything else worked well.
Yeah.
They're definitely not perfect. I mean, it takes some getting used to. but I liked the dueling aspect. I liked when you approached heroes on a map, you kind of entered a dueling phase, and
but they have to be in like a certain range, otherwise your guy would just kind of waddle slow until they got in that sweet spot of targeting them.
yeah.
I feel like the controls would have been better if I could use a keyboard and a joystick. Which
And a joystick?
Which is a thing I would never want in any other game. I was like, the mouse
a joystick,
sucks,
that's the hilt of a sword.
I was like, I don't really know what I want here.
Yeah.
I like the community for the game already.
Really? I haven't looked into it at all.
The world map part, like the whole faction war.
Faction war.
Oh,
I thought that was
cool. Although I didn't
incredible.
I didn't completely understand it. How does it even work?
Based on wins, I think.
Yeah, every time
you gain influence over the map.
I picked Vikings, but I never even played the Viking. Or I did at one point, but like I played mostly Samurai. Was I gaining points for Vikings or Samurais?
Yeah, the faction you pick is who you gain points for, but you can play any of them in the game.
Oh, that seems weird.
Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense.
They don't want to limit you to just playing one faction.
No, but like, why do you even pick? Why don't you just gain points for the guy you're playing that round?
Because you can switch heroes like between like duels and stuff.
You can't though.
In Dominion, I think you can in duels.
You can't.
I'm pretty sure you have to leave the lobby to switch guys.
Yeah, you have to completely leave the game.
Yeah, and you're right. That's a bit of a weird choice. It would be kind of cool if it was like the influence grows based on your hero, but I think they're trying to create more of an allegiance thing.
Yeah,
because like you see streamers, they're like, join my team, and it's like Team Viking, and they have a link and everything.
I guess so.
So I think they're trying to create like a loyalty like thing. I think. I don't know.
I guess it's just up to you to actually play that character. If you want to like fucking role play as it or something. Want to do some RP in For Honor?
Well, that's the other part that I was gonna say I liked about For Honor was that the gear system, the loot system. Like I just picture playing for like a dozen hours or so and just being like a pimped out guy, or people who play for like 6 months and they just look super badass.
I mean, it was just the beta, but I felt like instead of stats and things, if you could unlock just weird looking shit to the point where like if you played for a long time, you'd have like a flaming sword and like fucking dragon wings coming out of you. That I can fucking get into.
But I'd be a lot
more into that.
That's the thing. They might do that later, which I think they should. Because the way it is now, where it's just like, oh, my handle's wood now, and I get a little bit faster reflexes.
Yeah, but I like the stat thing though, because some of them, it's like I was watching some people live stream the beta, and he was basically saying, do I switch out my shield for this shield that gives me a better block, or do I switch out my shield for this shield which lets me push people farther? You know what I mean?
I didn't get enough gear to actually know if the stats did that much. I only switched out like 2 things.
How important they actually are, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a thing to find out as time goes on.
To speed or whatever. Would you be like crazy fast but like weak or something? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a weird balancing thing, but I have seen I saw, if you watch the DLC trailer that we featured in the last episode, you can see some more later gear. Like they show the gear, some gear that like they're going to add to the game.
Yeah.
And some of the knights looked really badass and stuff. And I just pictured like playing, because I play Titanfall 2 online. I play Rocket League, and I play Overwatch. And yeah, the Overwatch skins are cool. Titanfall unlocking different skins is cool.
Yeah.
But to actually get gear that you can enhance your stats and look like a more badass warrior because you've slain a bunch of people.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. Because I think everyone's going to start like looking super shitty and like steely, and then I think if they're smart, I don't know if they will do it, but my hope is that as if it goes on, people will just start looking gold plated and shit and look fucking badass.
Yeah,
I think that would be sweet.
Yeah, so
it has a lot of potential, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I'm not the biggest. I'm not an evangelist for For Honor yet. It still has a lot to prove to me. It was just I got a trade-in deal for 2 games. I got it for free. So I'm gonna get into the ground floor when there's still a huge chunk of people who will be at the same level as me.
Except you traded games that are gonna hold their value forever for a game that's gonna plummet in 3 months.
Yeah, maybe. But here's the thing: is
you're grinding now?
What? No.
Josh will make you regret it soon.
Yeah, you got.
This is coming from the
Well.
hardcore collector. All right. I am a
Alright.
guy who's running out of space. I don't even touch the games that
Dude, I see a lot of space in there. You could fit like 20 more Wii U games right there.
Oh, probably, but it doesn't mean I
Entire
want.
shelf
Doesn't mean I
right
want
in your
to.
corner is empty.
Yeah,
Like,
you have a lot of work.
Here, look.
Waste my ass.
I'm gonna pull over my Xbox 360 collection.
All right.
Let's see these gems that I've decided to hold on to.
All right. There better be some gems in there. Some hidden ones too.
There is some gems for sure.
Mike's gonna get really excited. He'll be like, "Oh, I gotta revisit this."
Yeah.
Metal Gear Rising,
All right. That's a solid gem.
Mass Effect 1,
Now get that
Actual
garbage out of
gem.
here.
Beatles Rock Band,
Yeah.
Rock Band 3.
That's a gem.
What's this one? Oh, Mass Effect 3. Oh, what's that one? Crackdown.
Yo, Crackdown was my shit on 360. Where's your dogma at?
Oh, you know I got it.
She is. That Drago.
That time I spent 4 hours trying to convert my save file to PC, and it worked.
Worth it.
Anyway, my point is like these are all great games, but like they're not going to go up in value.
I mean, those ones aren't. Except Dragon's Dogma, maybe.
Dragon's Dogma might, but it's still the re-release. I don't know.
I mean, you got screwed by a PC port, but
Got screwed up.
RPGs always hold their value over time.
Yeah.
Unless they're complete shit, but
Yeah, I traded in Fire Emblem, Birthright, and Bravely Default, which were 2 games I played for several hours and then got really fucking bored of.
Yeah, it seems like a solid decision. Josh disagrees.
all right, good. All right, what For Honor? So
This was my first trade in probably 4 years.
I've never done a trade-in. It's against my code as a game collector.
Oh, when the concept of trading in first started, man, if I had never traded in a game, I would have so many.
Yeah,
Man,
I have a
like-
lot of regrets from trading. In
I have a lot of
games.
regrets. I had to rebuy the Wind Waker on GameCube.
You know how many regrets I got about trading?
Zero. Because you're the best. You're the man.
I know, right?
That's the only reason we're around for this.
Vanessa's brother traded like a stack of DS games for like FIFA or something, and every time he said what game he traded, it like broke my heart off a little bit. oh no more games.
Stop.
Oh god, it's too many games to trade. Your value is nothing.
Look at this gold fucking. See, this is a game. This is a game you treat with respect.
Yep.
Okay.
I lost my copy, and then had to buy another one, and then I found it again. So I have two copies.
See, when I was like
That's-
13, I traded this in like a fucking chump,
Yeah, you're
You
just
bought it back because you felt bad.
and then I went to Walmart a year later and rebought it before it was gone.
You heard the
You did the right
breath of
choice.
the wild calling you to grab the Wind Waker.
We gotta stop doing these PatchCasts late at night. I think.
a little bit earlier might be better.
Jokes become very quality.
I mean, I would have paid for that.
Crap! I didn't know I had this.
Was that FIFA?
The
Oh,
last
I have that too.
store.
It's still in the wrapper. I just bought it because I thought it looked cool.
I
So
beat
cool, you
it.
won't
It's a
even
great.
play
It's a
it.
great game.
How many hours did you log in the beta, bud?
Me?
Yeah,
Like 2.
that's all it took, eh?
Yeah, but here's the thing: is I
2
have
hours. sells
I
it.
have 3 work friends and 2 other good friends that are going to get it for PS4, so we can play.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you guys aren't those 2, so
I mean, Rheal might do it. He's
Yeah,
been
but
wanting
if
to
I
buy
do it, it'll
things.
be for PC.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Did
So,
Did
yeah.
you ever face an honorless scumbag such as myself?
So many. 60% of players are honorless in that game.
That was me.
You gotta
I would
respect the rule,
Yeah,
man.
place 1v1 versus a guy. I would turn around, sprint to another guy fighting, and then stab his dude in the back.
such little awkward. No wonder.
No wonder the
you're
game's
not,
for you.
No honor in that game for me.
No honor.
Wait for the sequel. No honor.
Did you ever get this bugged me a lot. Did you ever get a moment where like you were playing a 4v4 and there'd be one guy left on the other team and he would just run for like 10 minutes and you'd have to fucking try to tackle him?
Yeah.
They should have some kind of like
annoying.
attrition so that he just gets slower and slower the less he fights.
I mean, you should run faster when you're behind somebody or something.
Yeah, like
I think if you have like you draft, if you have like you should have like if you have like your wave of guys supporting you, you should get like boosted in speed or something.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah, that would make sense. But
if
like,
it keeps
this is the thing,
happening,
it's the same people who did Siege, believe it or not, Josh. So your joke isn't that off topic.
maybe I thought about that before you said it.
Yeah,
You just said,
but a guy at work, he's a hardcore Siege player, and he said over the course of the last 6 months after the game came out, it just got better and better and better. And now he says
Siege?
the community's
I know, it's
amazing.
true. People love Siege. Now, I remember when it got revealed, everyone was like, "This is gonna be shit."
when that
Yeah,
game
it
got
looks-
revealed,
yeah,
I was
so
one of those
stoked.
people, actually.
I was stoked
Well,
when
there's-
that game got revealed, and then I never picked it up.
Oh, Rheal, don't tell me
I
you're one of
have
those
it
people
now.
who believe the reveal trailers that Ubisoft comes out with.
Oh no, that's why I didn't pick it up.
Yeah, that was brutal.
I think
I own it now, but I bought it for $10 on Boxing Day. I've
Where-
only played it for like an hour, but I don't know. It's a cool game either way.
yeah.
I think.
I just hope they do the same thing and just keep updating and keep releasing free content for it, which seems to be the case. So
Which is what they've already said that's what they're doing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not against picking it up way later for like dirt cheap if it turns into Siege and like there's tons of shit in there now.
totes.
But for like say it's a one-on-one and dude just decides to sprint away from you forever.
Yeah,
What
never
even
playing
happens? Is there a timer or
any other
anything?
game.
I think
That's
in
it for the rest of your
1v1, it's like a dual arena. They're like specified arena, so they can't go very far.
Yeah, they
They
have
had a-
blocks.
But if it's a
off, so you can't
4v4
run away.
and both of you end up being the last guy standing or something,
There's
nothing.
something to do with that. It's
is there any way that you can stop that dude?
I think
from running away from
it depends on which side is winning with the most points. I think whatever team is breaking, I think something is involved with that. I think you lose stamina faster or something, or not sure.
I never saw that. I just saw the people.
I'll tell you
running.
tomorrow, or I guess not tomorrow. Why did they
Wait, it
release the
comes
game
out
on
tomorrow, right?
Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Well, I
don't
mean, a lot of the people that might be into it might be. Unloved.
Might be what?
what you say?
I said unloved. We can cut that.
Ruby
post.
loves them.
Yeah, exactly.
For honor.
Well, let's go on to something we can all agree is
Which is
best.
Yeah, it was dope as hell.
John Wick Chapter 2.
Oh,
I
really?
didn't see it.
I
Not
thought
John
we were
Wick 2,
talking
John Wick
about-
Chapter 2. And that's very important
I
after
didn't watch the
watching
movie.
this one.
I don't know how was it?
Oh, Josh.
It was great. I was there. We all saw it.
We all saw it,
We
Josh.
all saw it separately.
Yeah, I was alone, but it was great.
Josh, we saw it
Shares an
together.
opinion of greatness.
What the fuck?
What? You were there?
I sat
Shit.
beside you.
I was too engrossed in the action. Great film.
Oh, my God.
I tried to talk people up on this movie like recently, and I don't know how to do it. I'm like, you like lots of stuff getting killed?
You like action?
Because it's not the premise. It's not the
I
actors.
know. That's
It's
what I was
the
trying to get across. I couldn't do it any justice.
It's the literal and the metaphorical execution of this movie that makes it so awesome.
It just
I know.
does a lot of stuff that movies don't do anymore.
Well, yeah, it's
No.
just a bunch of stunt coordinators who have a
Well,
company and
check it,
decided
fuck it.
we're gonna put in a shit ton of effort and make a badass movie, and they've done it
Yeah.
twice now.
It kind of flips shit around. It's like following the boss of a game around.
Yeah, that's true.
He's
It's
already
just-
established as like everybody's afraid of him. Nobody can fucking take him down. Just wrecks everybody. Like there's
Yeah. So that's one of my only issues with it is that we're supposed to humanize him because he loved his wife, but we've never seen the wife.
Yeah, except on the iPhone video.
I got the
Yeah.
I got the dog in the first one. That sold me on the first one. The second one though, he has a dog now. And
Yeah.
2 weeks later, he got a brand new dog.
he got a brand new dog, and then his house gets blown up. But we're supposed to care that his house is blown up because that's where he lived with his wife, and all his mementos of his wife, and his phone breaks. So we're supposed to be pissed off with him. No, what I'm saying is they didn't.
Blew up his fucking house.
He only has gold, right? He's got those gold coins exclusively. How do you expect him to pay for another iPhone?
Yeah.
No,
I don't take those.
No, all I'm saying is that when you see the dog die on screen,
yeah, gets you.
It gets you, and you want like every time he fucks with somebody, you were just like, yes.
You remember the dog.
How are you gonna feel when somebody forces you out of retirement? You're just gonna be on the golf course, putting away.
And they blow me up.
Somebody's gonna put a blood coin on your fucking putter. You're gonna have to sell your clubs because
need to buy a new MacBook.
It's time to go to work. You're like 60 now or something.
I'm not saying
editing software's changed.
I couldn't buy into it. I'm just saying I didn't feel that same like. I didn't have that same drive for him to fuck up people that I did.
Yeah, I agree. One. I think if you watch the movies back to back, it would solve a lot of those problems.
I mean, you did, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah. I didn't really have.
Did.
I think if you had just seen the movie like immediately back to back, like a double feature or something.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's.
I mean, you gotta go off. He's still how long later is this?
It's
a
2
day
weeks.
later?
Like
it's 2 weeks.
Yeah,
the movie
it's
starts
5
2 weeks
days or
afterwards.
something.
Yeah. So this is still in.
He's still like
sort of pissed, and he's like,
mourning his
settle down. He's just like, you're not settling down.
I think what I'm trying to say is that it wasn't until about 3/4 of the way through the movie, after Winston, the owner of the Continental, goes to finalize the marker because John completed it.
Yeah.
And then he put the hit out on John. Winston was basically like, "You stabbed the devil in the back. Like you're fucked."
Yeah.
And it was like cutting to John messing people up. It wasn't until about 3/4 of the way through the movie that I felt that same thing.
As the first one?
As at the very first scene of the first one, when the Russian guy's like, "Oh shit, how many guys do we have?" And then John fucks them all up, and he's like, "Well, shit, what the fuck?"
Yeah. They built that guy up to get ruined. Like you're pissed off at him first, and then he sends him on his mission or whatever. Then he tries to backstab him. Then he won't go through signing off on it. Then he puts a hit on him, and you're like,
which still works, but it took a lot longer than in the first one.
Yeah, the payoff was slower for sure. Was the movie, how much longer was the movie? Because I felt there was a few points where it definitely dragged.
It was 2 hours, I think.
Honestly, I didn't feel like it dragged at all. There was
a few points.
When it was wrapping up, I was like, I could sit here for another 2 hours.
Yeah, I could rock.
I want this to be a TV series on Netflix, and I want to binge the whole season right now.
Godly. Movie's so good.
Yeah, it's so great. Just that cliffhanger pisses me off because I know it's going to take another 3 years to get another one.
Yeah,
because they put so much time and effort into
there. He's like hobbling away, and there's like
it's like now it's gonna be like a day later. He's gonna fight against all of these guys.
Okay, I was reading online. People were saying that Khal Drogo, the actor, shows up in that last scene. Like there's a cameo of him. He takes his sunglasses off and looks at John while he's running away.
I think it was just a guy who looks like him. I don't think he was actually in it.
4 people on Reddit seem to agree, so it must be true.
But yeah, I mean, pretty convinced.
Yeah.
I mean, we could probably find a cam version and fucking do some investigation.
I don't know. It'd be funny if they were setting people up. It's because I feel like conceptually they already know what's going to happen.
They definitely have a third one planned based off the way this one ended.
Do you think somebody's going to help them?
Just the fact that they called it Chapter 2 and not John Wick 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were basically saying...
I feel like somebody's got to be on his side at this point.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be completely alone. Like, he'll get his car back.
He's not going to be able to defend himself right away. He's like got shot and stabbed like 40 times like currently.
Well, that's the thing, right? Is even just the fact that John wasn't murdered in the street by Winston shows how much respect he's gained throughout the years.
Yeah. Wasn't he like the oldest, most badass member of his whole fucking society? You don't fuck with that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody being like, he has an hour, you wouldn't
Yeah, so
Yeah, you
there's going to be a
respect
lot of people who try to do the hit, but I think there's also going to be a lot of people who want to help him and team up with him. He's going to form like a team or something. It's going to be like 7 Samurai or some shit.
Like counter assassins.
Yeah.
I
A lot
like
of
the
potential
idea
for the
of
next
everybody
one.
like
But it's less open, I think. Like they have like a clear place they're gonna go.
Yeah, they're going to
Instead
go
of-
for the high table. They're going to.
yeah, he's gonna take that shit down.
The world building in this movie was dope. They added a lot.
They almost went a little too far.
Yeah, there was a few points where I was like, these gold coins make no sense.
Why do they make no sense? I mean, you get them for doing
How-
jobs, right? And then you spend
No,
them
right.
on.
That makes sense. But like he pays a gold coin for his hotel, pays a couple gold coins for guns, gold coin for a suit, but then he also pays a single gold coin for 2 drinks.
Yeah.
It's not, there's no monetary value to them, I don't think.
That's pretty accurate.
Like it makes no
Maybe it
sense.
was some super quality shit they were drinking. I don't know.
Yeah, true.
And he paid
Or
for both of
maybe
them.
there's markings on them that we don't see or something.
Yeah, fair enough. They do have denominations that we don't know about.
Maybe. It's cool
was
that they
interesting-
brought out like all of the like, you know how the homeless kid is like a secret fucking.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say was a bit where it went a bit too far.
Yeah, I agree.
I like that.
I just didn't like how it seemed everyone was a super
Yeah,
spy.
no, that's what bothered me at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Because it's like it just panned down the thing. It's like everybody's checking their phone. I was like, grandma over here is an assassin too. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, everybody was an assassin. It made no sense.
Yeah.
But I like that they knew all these tricks of the city and shit that like no other people know about. I thought that
Yeah,
was
I liked that part. And it was cool to see like
like Lawrence Fishburne had
Yeah.
his own network of assassins that weren't connected to the other one.
yeah. Maybe he'll like recruit all those dudes to like help him take it down, and then they'll
Yeah.
like build the Matrix machine or something. And
I feel like
Yeah,
chapter 3
it's
will
pretty
start
cool.
with him fulfilling his favor to Lawrence Fishburne or something.
yeah, that's
But
true.
that
That's a
was
good way to
his-
pull it back.
like
He
I
gave
thought
a
he was
favor.
doing that to benefit him as well.
Yeah, but he was still like, "You owe me." He's like, "You don't want me to owe you."
Yeah, so he's pretty much like fuck you. But you gave me 7 bullets. I need more, dog.
I love it too because in a typical action movie, if you set up a scene like that, the whole action scene would be revolved around how he only has 7 bullets.
Yeah,
No,
but he
First
Yeah, I
scene,
was
he's like,
thinking
boom,
that too.
boom, 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 boom,
I
and then he
know.
just picks up another gun.
yeah, that
That's
was
so
great.
true. I was thinking about that. I was like, is he gonna hold these and just like pick people off real slow? And then he just dropped it on the first guy. I was like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, and then they
man.
like go back to it later when he reloads that gun again.
Wait, he kept the gun?
He kept the gun and then he reloaded it later on.
Oh, true. Yeah, that was sick. That
See,
movie's
it's
funny.
things like that that when you rewatch the John Wick movies, you pick up on more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there was a
that's
lot of like
great.
really cool cinematography in the movie too.
I just love the reloading.
Yeah,
Uh,
it definitely
when-
like respects
the
violence.
fact that he just reloads in general, you mean?
Yeah, and it's kind of dramatic too. When he reloads, he knocks a magazine out and it like flies and hits the wall or something. And he's like,
Oh, he did. Yeah, he did that in the tunnel. He just launched one at
Yeah.
the wall, and I thought it was funny.
and then when he's holding the guy down with the shotgun, he has to reload.
Oh, that was like one of the best kills. He has his shotgun in his face and is reloading slowly, and then just
Yeah.
blows his head off.
That was sick.
Oh,
Like,
so
man,
good.
this movie is great.
There was one part that I actually just didn't like, which is when him and Common were in the subway,
What?
like 2 different
And the
levels. And they
sneaky
both had
pistol fight?
and they were just like,
That shit was jokes.
What?
it was funny. It was
That was
funny.
so
I just
good.
felt it didn't fit the rest of the movie.
I know it really didn't fit the theme.
It
but I
did,
mean,
especially
it was
because if they
amazing.
really wanted to kill each other, they would have.
He would have just
Yeah.
like jumped down or something, or like actually shot him.
Yeah,
And
it was.
like,
Yeah, that was the biggest gag of the movie for sure.
yeah. There was a
They're
lot of
all,
humor
like,
in the movie.
fucking
which was-
snipers.
And they were just like, how funny would it be if they were just shooting at each other?
It was all
Just like-
super subtle though. He never says a joke or anything. It's all like action-based jokes.
Well, I
mean,
read somewhere that
it's fun.
Keanu wanted to have as little dialogue as possible.
kept
He wants to be
refusing.
as badass as possible.
because he can't really pull it off.
Yeah.
So when he
Right.
just talks with his eyes, he pulls it off really well.
Yeah, it's better that way.
The start of the movie was like had a lot more humor than I would have expected, and like with the Russian
with
dude's
the
brother from
Russian-
the first one.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's where, especially watching them back to back, that's where you can feel the tonal change.
Yeah, for sure.
Because this one was definitely bigger and had crazier budget, obviously, but it also was. They were trying to definitely reach more people by making it I don't want to
little more
compare it to
comedic.
Fast and Furious, but it felt a lot like when Fast
Definitely.
and Furious
Like the whole car thing at the
totally
start.
just
This
was
is
like, okay,
ridiculous.
we're ridiculous now, and then you just kind of go with it.
That's where I get lost in a lot of Marvel movies. They throw in all these cheese fucking jokes to like make everybody laugh.
Yeah.
It ruins a lot of the tone of the movie.
Oh, for sure. But that's the thing, right? It's the ultimate playing safe move.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
know. I hate that.
Yeah,
It's like,
like,
an
even
intentional,
Doctor
you just put a
Strange,
joke
they were
in to,
like,
bring it down a bit.
Yeah, they kept going with it. I was like, it was such a great setup for like a cool sci-fi, more
mystical
serious
thing,
superhero
yeah.
movie, and then they kept throwing in shitty jokes, and I was like, this is ruining it for me.
yeah, you got to remember though, they're marketing a lot of that shit to 8-year-olds.
That's true.
Disappointing. Disappointing. They don't got money.
But John Wick did not go anywhere near that far.
No, I
No,
kept
no.
waiting for him to
Definitely-
say like shitty one-liners, but he never did it, and I was like, I'm
You know,
proud of
it's
you, man.
classy.
Yeah, he would just like shoot
Right.
someone and walk away instead.
Yeah, I was like sick. Or when he's getting
It's-
tossed down the
it's more
stairs.
badass. Than,
Oh yeah, that part was brutal.
Just getting
But that's
launched
the
down the
thing
stairs.
is-
I was ready for like a fall.
That's the thing, right? Is the one-liners were almost in the actions, like
Oh yeah.
and the
Instead
things
of
he
him saying
did.
a line, he would just shoot someone in the face.
Yeah. Or it would just be like set up for him to do something, and you'd be like,
Yeah.
like the
Or where
pencil.
the
Oh,
girl
the
is
pencil
like
was brutal.
doing the sign language, just like see you later, and he's like, nah.
Like, sure, okay.
Yeah, I was like, what a fucking badass.
I know anyone else would be like, no, I'll see you in hell or something.
Yeah, and he's just like, fuck off. Even like a minute, you're nothing.
Yeah,
So
the pencil
good.
part was brutal. I just like
That
remember
got a huge reaction.
Oh, huge in the theater I was in too.
Ooh.
Same with the Asian dude, like the giant Asian assassin.
Oh,
Oh,
Like
the
yeah.
shot
gets shot on the top of the
skull?
head, and then he's like, ugh, and he's like, fuck no. Shoots him again.
Where he breaks the violin lady's arm. That shit
Oh,
was
that was brutal. Yeah.
just cutting between him beating the shit out of her and the Asian dude. I was like, this is funny as hell.
So good.
She
Just the
shoots him
fact
in the
that-
chest.
I love how tilted he was that whole sequence too. Like he just kept running into people wanting to kill him,
Yeah,
and by
Every
the
time
end,
he'd look at somebody, he'd be like, fucking hell.
not again.
yeah.
I just got shot and stabbed in the leg. I can't
Also,
even run.
I was reading online. A lot of people were upset about the fact that he got the tactical suit that made him like bulletproof,
Oh.
quote unquote.
I mean,
I liked
I didn't
it
mind it.
when he was using it as like a shield.
Yeah, he was
and
like
shit.
lifted up in front of his head. I thought that was cool.
And he still got stabs. Like he was bruised and like he
Yeah,
wasn't like
the violin
other
dude
action.
did a little
behind the
much.
suit and shot him in the stomach. Like
yeah.
his shirt
Yeah,
wasn't
they
bulletproof,
did get
just
him.
his jacket.
Yeah.
They should have showed his bruises a little more or something because he would have been destroyed
Oh,
by
totally
that.
fucked up.
That was the thing in
Like-
the first one is they definitely showed him more vulnerable.
They did, but it was like once, very quickly. I was like,
But like
it
as soon as
is-
he goes to the hobo guys, he's literally healed the next morning.
yeah, he would have been wrecked by all those bullet shots in the back.
Oh,
If his adrenaline went down once,
yeah. That's what they were pumping into him, not saline.
I mean, the dude's like 50 something. Like, holy shit, taking a bunch of bullets to the back.
oh man. Anyway, I'm super pumped for the next chapter.
Yeah, it'll be sweet to see that in 2020.
Shut up.
It's
Rheal.
funny. It's funny watching him like with bullet holes in him, out of shape, beating the crap out of like these shredded fucking security assassins.
But it's just because he's just a better killer. It's not that he's like he has these sick moves. It's just he's a more efficient killer.
He's
He
He
can
just
did have
shoot
some
you.
pretty good moves. Though.
He can shoot you in the head faster than anybody else can.
He got into a couple like fist fights with people though.
That's
I was
true.
like pretty
Yeah, there
sure
was
he'd get
one
fucked
guy
up.
who had like who's just like super ripped in the first one. Do you remember that?
I mean, he was pulling some gnarly fucking black belt moves out, but
Yeah, true.
It's funny how he fucked up his car in the first like 5 minutes in the movie.
Yeah, he'll get that
Yeah.
back in the third one.
yeah, that's the thing with the
Yeah,
third
oh
one.
yeah,
You know it's
that's
coming.
so set up.
He's gonna put some nitrous in it. Vin Diesel's gonna come in there. It's gonna be
Oh
great.
yeah, they're gonna cross franchise.
The Rock is gonna be like
John Wick, like if Keanu Reeves shows up in the next,
They
Fast
are
and
super
Furious,
spies in the Fast Food guys now.
oh
That's
dude,
true.
that's a crossover waiting to happen.
That's waiting to happen.
Man, we need to talk about that sometime.
Fast
That
and
that
Furious.
franchise just went so far.
I mean, I'm sure Mike is super down to talk about Fast and Furious after that shit
Come
comes
here.
out.
Which is your favorite one?
Fast 6.
You're wrong.
Why? What's yours?
What's the
Tokyo
best one?
Drift.
Why does everyone say that? Nobody
It's the
likes
best
Tokyo
one.
Drift.
Tokyo Drift's just
is
a
the best.
sick meme at this point.
I know it's like the most. It
People
was.
just like the title more than the movie.
It was
I only
literally.
own
It was
one,
literally trash when it
Tokyo
came out.
Drift.
Nobody paid attention to it.
Now
And
it's
now,
the
and now
same.
that all these movies are out and it's a super successful franchise, everyone's like, "Oh, Tokyo Drift's the best."
They're gonna fucking.
I only own
remake
Tokyo Drift on Blu-ray. Out of the Fast and Furious ones, I own that one.
I mean, this is kind of the dopest one. This
That's
kid,
a good argument
Fast,
right there.
Fast
I'm gonna
and
end it.
Furious
I'm gonna
1
end it on that.
is the best.
Tokyo Drift is the best Fast and Furious. See you guys next week.
All right. Okay, that concludes Pat.